Welcome to the game show for creatives that I make with my friends. Let me explain. I'll give 3 completely different artists the same inspiration, and then I'll give them a completely absurd deadline. 5 hours.
The balloon burst.
Please welcome our artists. Donna. She's given us race car cookies and potato DJs. So what can she create with another circular food item? Amelia. They've given us a brain mural and a shark painting. But now they're holding an egg carton. And Sarah. This is Sarah's first time on the show, and she has a spoon. Artists, welcome!
Thank you.
Now, Donna, Amelia, as returning artists, any advice for our newcomer, Sarah?
Embrace the chaos.
Let's get extreme! Let's get extreme!
Let's get extreme! Got it.
Now, before I start the countdown clock, Goldie, show us the clock. Thank you. You're going to need 1 item that will come in handy later on. Donna, poached, fried, or scrambled?
Oh.
Fried. Amelia, poached or scrambled?
I don't even have to think. Oh. I just forgot
Sarah?
my idea.
Poached. My least favourite way to have eggs.
Well then, there's only one more thing for me to do, and that is to say, your time has started!
No! So I've done painting in the past, but what I want to do today is crafty. And what I love about crafting is that you're turning everyday stuff into something else. So I'm going to rip up these egg cartons and make them into an egg paper mache sculpture with a snake coming out and some lettering, and it's going to be excellent. So my first step is ripping up all these egg cartons to create a big slurry. I said slurry, is it too early?
So lately I've been very inspired by suspended things. So when I heard egg, I thought about how it's such a magical vessel for actually creating life. And so I wanted to do a stop motion animation of this floating egg that opens up. And you see a search for inspiration happening through the Rubik's Cube, and then the first spark of an idea with the noggles. So it's quite a conceptual piece. My first step is to turn this Rubik's Cube turn this Rubik's Cube black and white to match these checkerboard patterns.
I'm going to make a chaotic, surreal nightmare sequence about the horrors of losing an egg and spoon race. I make a lot of work about anxiety and failure, and I perform in most of those works. So today I'm going to create a piece of ridiculous video art. It's going to be a kind of dream sequence. I'm going to be in the office, I'm going to fall asleep and then wake up in this strange studio space, ready to compete in this egg and spoon race. I immediately drop the egg, and then as the egg falls, we go into this kind of horror time shift sequence where time itself stops because of this colossal anxious failure of me having dropped the egg.
From childlike crafting to childhood trauma to conceptual wonder, our egg ideas are creatively cooked. So now there's only one thing to do. Execute.
All right, here goes the first piece of slimy newspaper, paper mache going onto this egg. The recipe for a paper mache slurry is 1 cup of water to 2 cups PVA. Some people will contest that, and I'm sure they will, but I just kind of wing it and I go off vibes.
Okay, that looks pretty good.
So this first wide shot is kind of the first reveal of the space. I'm standing pretty static. I've got the egg on the spoon, but I haven't noticed that yet. So I'm just kind of looking around like, oh, what's going on here? And then vibe-wise, I'm going for like severance, severed employee.
This is kind of like my snake's bones. Armature wire is a craft wire and it has different gauges. So I don't remember what this one is, but I think it's like 40 gauge for the nerds out there, and means it's a bit sturdier and it's going to hold the paper mache in a firm shape. Other armature wires are a bit softer, so they'll go. Need to make sure that I cut off just the right amount so there's a believable snake that's checkered, and also not enough that I'm making the biggest snake that won't fit in my egg.
Okay, so we've got this magnificent starting line. Oh, so impressive.
I've sprayed my egg, I've sprayed my noggles. So I'm making this black and white to match the checkerboard of the shirt, and also because I want this to be kind of a physical representation of static, like you would get on a black and white TV when it's trying to find a station, but this is going to be trying to find an idea.
Okay, let's go this one. And, oh, this is a mighty egg. No, let's go brown. Okay. My plan is that for this moment when I'm falling through space, I'm going to be moving, but the egg is going to be static. So my plan is that I'm going to blow out the inside of it so I can run cotton thread through so I can hang it without goop dripping out of the bottom. My understanding is that you make a small hole and a big hole. Oh, that was actually easier than I thought. Okay. And then I'll make another hole. Yeah. Okay. Let's give it a go. This is the grossest thing I've ever done.
And then hopefully... I need to rig this egg from the top and bottom so that it can suspend in the air, but I need it to be quite solid, not like this. So I'm gonna need to quickly think up how to kind of secure this. I might just hot glue everywhere.
Amelia, we're an hour in, 4 hours to go. How are we looking?
I've got my eggshell drying, got 30 minutes to go there, and I'm working on my paper mache snake.
We're on track. Sarah, what's happening?
Okay, I've done a shot list, I've blown my egg, I've just shot my first shot.
How many shots are there?
10-ish.
You got this. Donna, talk to me.
All right, I've done all my props, I'm on to rigging.
How are you feeling?
Oh, pray for me.
I need some assistance to get this afternoon's mini game prepared. I need a large, oversized, carryable pan with a fried egg on top, and then the styrofoam eggs over there, spray painted in that eggshell color.
An hour and 15 minutes?
Yep. Art and craft is big family time for me with my daughter. I think what I like about doing craft is that you're really only limited by your imagination, and if something doesn't work, it's kind of okay. It's just gonna fall down, and that's fine. And then it's just a quirky, half fallen down snake.
The first close-up we're going to get is when I've just noticed that I have an egg, and that's a very joyous moment. After I've shot these close-ups, I'm going to come out a bit wider, and I'm going to shoot the moment where the race is about to start and the egg has to drop. And I'm really hoping that it doesn't explode all over the floor.
Hot glue everywhere.
Thought I could screw up and kind of sandwich the egg into it, but instead there's just a big gap there, which I'm just trying to fill with hot glue. So just jam this guy. Ooh. That is not bad.
I'd like to demonstrate something for you. I just spray it, and then
I think it's getting close.
just watch this guy.
Chemical reaction.
Because
That's what happens. Why don't we just use real eggs?
Right now, I'm making my 3D lettering. I love lettering. And the cool thing about doing it in this context is that I'm gonna make it 3D because it's traditionally on paper and 2D. So why not break it out into the 3D space with wire, alfoil, and then I'll paper mache over the top, and they'll be on these doodad wires so they hang around near the snake. Yeah.
Alrighty, I'm gonna boil these 9 eggs while John works downstairs on that giant pan that we've made.
This is the pan arm.
I'm about to drop the egg, so I'm going to shoot it in close up with a jazzy little Dutch tilt on it. Dutch tilt makes things look like they're going wrong, which they deeply are. So I'm going to drop the egg and I'm hopefully not going to break the egg so I can shoot it again. Hey! What a heroic egg!
This is a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be.
I can hold her like this. This is so silly.
Donna, 2 hours in, 3 hours to go. What's happening?
The rigging actually happened a bit quicker than I expected. Everywhere. So I'm doing the lighting. I gotta give myself as much time to animate as I can.
It looks positively surreal. Amelia, what's happening?
I finished my sculptural pieces and now I just need to... Sorry, the balloon burst.
The balloon burst!
I need to put a balloon in and blow it up real quick. If something doesn't work, it's kind of okay. It's just gonna fall down, and that's fine.
Sarah, give me an update.
Okay, I've shot almost all of my intro shots and now it's time to get weird.
I'm poking holes in the backdrop and I've put a light behind it so that it looks like stars at the back. Because I can't do smoke in camera and stop motion, but I can make it a bit more galactic.
So now I'm priming all of my sculptural pieces, which is just painting them with white to prep them for the final designs that'll be painted over the top. Just knocks everything back so it's easier to work on.
So my plan is to suspend this egg so that it can be in shot. So now I'm going to hold the thread and take this out. Success. Okay. Good. Perfect.
I'm testing out some red and yellow gels in there, just so there's a bit more interesting lighting coming from underneath. I tried the red, but I think I like it clear actually, or just like a little bit yellow. Makes it a little bit stronger of a light, and it kind of looks good coming through the front of the egg. Oh, is this us? You're over there.
I think you can do it.
Oh.
What does it say?
Okay. Over the course of the afternoon, you'll each get the chance to earn bonus time. Oh, thank
dang.
God. So please have your utensils ready. A total of 45 minutes is up for grabs. Are you ready to get extreme?
Are you yoking me?
Are you bloody yoking?
Are you yoking right now?
Are you having a yoke?
Are you yoking? Amelia! Rotate, please. Amelia, grab your utensil.
I got it.
Come on over. Okay, please stand at the base of the pan. Open the pot. Place the top of the pot somewhere else.
Oh boy.
You get 3 attempts. Make sure that these eggs get to the yellow yolk. If it lands in the black pan, 1 minute bonus time. The white, 2 minutes. The yolk, 5.
Checks out.
Are you ready to get extreme?
I am.
Okay.
Extreme, extreme.
Oh! No!
Attempt 2. Let's get extreme. Attempt 3. Let's get extreme. Mia, John, let's go. Please be careful going down the stairs. Okay. Sarah!
Oh God, hi.
Let's get extreme. Let's get extreme.
You can go lower, Sarah.
You can use any tactic.
You don't have to throw
I
it.
can use tactics. Oh, in that case. So delicate. Eggs roll. Why it rolls?
This game is so hard. Let's get extreme! Thank you for playing Let's Get Extreme.
I have become extremely frustrated.
Is this OHS?
Let's get extreme, Donna! Attempt 1. Let's get extreme. Oh! Donna, it's a double touch. It's a double touch. Donna.
Look, I definitely could have done better. I would love more time, probably more than any other day. Some of these days have been like, yeah, I'm all cool. This is not one of those days.
Just finished priming, now moving on to colouring. I'm starting with the yellow tongue, I've got teal noggles, I've got turquoise, egg lettering, I got checkerboard snakes to do. I got a lot to do.
You gotta make the noises. So what I'm trying to do is we've got this light with a very long snoot, which means that the light is really limited. So I'm trying to make it so that it's only lighting the egg. And then what I'm trying to figure out now is that when I cross behind the strings, you can see them on my body. And I'm trying to just find an angle which means I can do my little fall, but not get in the way of the strings that are holding the egg up. It's not gonna look perfect, but I'd like it to look kind of as though it's floating.
So I'm about to paint a series of little black squares on this snake that, if I do correctly, are going to look a bit like a checkerboard pattern. I'm going to use a flat brush. So the idea is that I can just go in and it makes a square by default.
So I've shot the first two of these falling takes. I'm moving the light each time I shoot a take, which means that when I edit it together, hopefully, the light should kind of go around me as I fall. I'm shooting at 120 frames per second, which means that when I put it into a 25 frames per second timeline, it'll be 5 times slower than that. And then because I'm also moving slowly, it'll look like it's even slower, like it's shot at like 1,000 frames per second. So basically I'm pretending I own a phantom camera, but I don't have any money.
1 hour to go on us!
Oh, shit.
So I want it to be like the snake's birthing out, so I'm gonna tear it open as wide as I possibly can and then shove that bad boy in there and then kind of reshape it around it, and I'll just secure it with wire if I need.
I'm upstairs, everything's different up here, there's natural light. I'm shooting the start and the end of my video. I've shot the start, I'm gonna shoot the end. I'm feeling very caffeinated and very short on time. I need someone to drop an egg on my head.
So far the egg has opened. There's a little ball that comes in and it's just morphed into the Rubik's Cube, and then I've got to quickly animate it into the noggles. Gonna finish my last few frames and then remove all the rigs.
You killed it. That was so good. This is very good.
Please keep it on your head the whole time. That's cool.
This is definitely a she-her snake. I'm going to display this in a really white drenched environment, like a typical gallery. Craft often gets shunned out of galleries, so I'm going, nah, gallery it up, let's go. Amazing. It's like I know what I'm doing.
Minutes to go, artists!
I've got no time at all, so I'm just going to roto brush the egg and the Rubik's Cube, put a clean plate in and be done.
I always forget that editing takes time. Making art in 5 hours would be great if you didn't overcommit yourself to the concept. And yet somehow that makes it fun.
Making art in 5 hours feels like a big rush, but when it all comes together at the end, it's pretty fun.
Making stop motion in 5 hours is crazy. It's really crazy.
Amelia, time's up. Have you done it?
I've bloody done it.
You bloody done it. Sarah, are you ready for the reels?
Nearly.
I'll give it to you. Donna, final thoughts.
Well, I may have been too ambitious today.
It looks magical. It's time to reveal our artworks. But first, artists, welcome back to the couch. It has been a crazy day. Donna, what do you think Sarah's been doing?
I'm gonna guess photography.
Sarah, what do you think Donna's been doing?
Okay, I smelled spray paint. That's all I've got. Something was spray painted at some point.
Okay. Amelia, any guesses either way for both of these?
I reckon Sarah's doing something pretty like outrageous because just like the vibe in general is pretty good. I have no idea. I couldn't hear you, I couldn't see you where you were in the whole other area of the building. It must have been hot down there.
Look, you might watch it and still have no idea, to be honest.
Excellent segue, Donna.
So this is Galactic Scramble.
Great. Wow, it's so pretty, Donna.
That's amazing! Holy shit! Holy goodness!
How did you do the background?
That's all in camera, so...
What, excuse me?
Yeah, so...
What do you mean?
So that's a teal backdrop with a lot of holes stabbed into it and
my
lights
God.
behind it. Yeah.
That's cool. This is Hissy Girl.
Oh my God, amazing. Oh, what's that on top? What are these creatures? Egg. Oh, it's so textural.
Oh yeah.
So great.
This is my favourite thing. No.
I'm legitimately nervous. I've got butterflies. This is a nightmare of childhood nostalgia. It's called Cracking Up.
On your marks. Set.
I was literally just about to ask, why did you get egg in your hair?
I bloody love that. It's like, it's bizarro surrealism at its best. It's so good.
You guys have both made works to go in an exhibition.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I love this part.
What's this? How do you do
Yeah.
this?
Okay, so basically I shot the fall in 120 frames per second in 12 different lighting states. And then I've kind
12?
Yeah. And then I've sort of taken 2 frames from each and so it runs through the cycle.
Did it feel like, you know when people do that? Like,
It was actually
was it
quite
relaxing?
surprisingly painful.
oh, excellent.
Yeah. I was so excited about it having worked, and then about 12 seconds later, I was like, it really hurt.
Well done.
Well done, artists. Thank you again for coming. Like and subscribe, etc. Let's finish with a 5-part harmony egg. I think that's what it's called. 3, 2, 1.